Welcome to Andy's VR Reviews, the channel that covers VR news, reviews, gameplays, and more. Today we're talking about Dungeons of Eternity, a dungeon crawler being released by Othergate, out today in the Quest store for $29.99. This is Othergate's first title, but the studio itself was founded by former Oculus employees. Dungeons of Eternity is a hack-and-slash combat game that takes place in randomly generated dungeon and castle style maps. There are 4 environment styles, 3 game modes, and it can be played either solo or co-op with up to 2 other people. I was given a review copy a few weeks back. I've been playing it every day since then. With how hectic the VR industry is right now, I almost didn't do this review, but I know a lot of people are excited for this game, so I figured what the hell, let's dive in. After going through the tutorial, building your character, and hearing the backstory of what's going on, you're placed in the Outpost. The Outpost is your home base where you could customize your character, forge weapons, brew potions, meet up with friends, and choose your game. You start off the game with an axe, a sword, and a bow, and the weapon physics do feel pretty good. You could hold 3 weapons at a time, 1 on each side of your hip and 1 on your back, and all of the weapons could be thrown and then retrieved like Thor's hammer. The enemies themselves are pretty cool. The majority of them are skeleton variations and zombies, however there are also giant spiders, really giant spiders, bats, scorpions, a giant lava rock guy, the Unseeing Eye from Baldur's Gate 2, and I'm sure there's some others I'm forgetting. On a flat screen they might not look like much, but in VR they could be pretty terrifying, especially if you're not expecting them. Like these boxes or vases hidden around the map usually hold loot, but sometimes you'll break them open and a giant spider will come crawling out. The game does a really good job overall of giving off creepy vibes. Like this fog I thought looked really cool, or some of the enemies and environments just look great. There are 3 game modes to choose from: Dungeon Raids, Crystal Hunt, and Soul Harvest. Dungeon Raids has you going from room to room killing enemies, and then at the end you have to repair a drone by collecting 3 batteries that will fall out of your enemies randomly after you kill them. Once you drop in all 3 batteries, the drone is fixed and it will teleport you back to the outpost. In Crystal Hunt you have to retrieve 3 crystals. All of them are separately guarded. Once you get them, you place them at the base of this pyramid, and then you have to defend the pyramid for a minute or 2 while the ghost versions of the enemies try to attack it. Last but not least, in Soul Harvest, you have to harvest the souls of 3 enemy waves, which increase in difficulty. You harvest their souls using a magic staff. You have to shoot them with it, kill them, and then use the staff to collect their soul. Once you collect enough souls, you'll move on to the next wave until you complete all 3. I didn't really know what to expect when going into the game. Overall though, I was pleasantly surprised. $30 does seem like kind of a lot for it. I would be much happier to recommend it at $15 or $20. However, if you use my referral code, you could get it for like $22.50, which seems more fair. While this definitely isn't the best game I've ever played, it's definitely one I'll be randomly going back into for some time. It's good if you have 30 minutes to kill and you want to slash some enemies, and that is what I will personally be using it for the foreseeable future.